Alrighty guys, July week 2. I'm doing the research for the tips that you should be doing. Forgive me if you don't get all of them right, or if I've missed a few, or I'm just doing research and this is what I'll probably be focusing on this week. But it is gambling, gamble responsibility. Only gamble what you can. Don't over gamble at all. Just do a little bit. Anyways, I'll start off with the AFL round 18. We've got Bulldogs versus St Kilda. Bulldogs are the favourites, but I'm going to go with St Kilda. St Kilda, although it lost to Freo last week, Saints to me are still hard hitters. I'm going to put Saints to beat Bulldogs. Crows versus the Pies. I'm going to put Collingwood to beat the Crows, even though it's at Adelaide home ground. I feel like the Pies are looking too good right now. GWS versus Brisbane. I'm going to put Brisbane, even though they've let me down a couple of times, but I'm going to put Brisbane to win. Got the Kangaroos versus the Tigers. I'm going to put Tigers to win. Carlton versus Geelong. I'm going to put Geelong. I feel like that's going to be the game of the week. Definitely see if you can check that one out. Fremantle versus Sydney. Another great game. I'm going to back my boys. Freo. I think we're going to go for that flag mantle this year. Most confident ever been. Hawthorn versus Eagles. I'm going to pick Hawthorn. Demons versus Port Adelaide. I'm going to put Port Adelaide. I think Melbourne are having a bit of an off couple of weeks. They might come back, but I'm going to put Port Adelaide anyway. I'm going to put Essendon to beat Gold Coast Suns. I just feel like the Bombers are looking pretty good right now. The NRL. I've got Cowboys versus the Sharks. I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm going to pick the Eels versus the Warriors. I'm going to pick Eels. Roosters versus Dragons. I'm going to pick the Roosters. Sea Eagles versus the Knights. I'm going to put Sea Eagles. Titans versus Broncos. I've got Broncos. West Tigers versus Panthers. I'm putting Panthers. Melbourne Storm versus the Raiders. I'm not backing Storm again. I'm going Raiders because after the game they had last week. Bulldogs versus Rabbitohs. I might have missed that one. But anyways, those are the ones I've got for the NRL. Boxing. So at the time of this upload, I'm pretty sure it's either today or tomorrow. There's a big fight card in Japan for I think it's the WBO super featherweight, flyweight, one of those light classes. I can't really remember the fighters, but that's not really what I'm focusing on. What I am focusing on this week is Ryan Garcia versus Javier Fortuna. So it's very heavily favoured to Ryan Garcia, but that's for a good reason. It's because Fortuna lost to Jojo Diaz recently, and Ryan Garcia is quick, powerful. I'm going to put Ryan Garcia by KO, or TKO, either way. The Formula 1 in France is on. It's a hard pick because Max Verstappen's lost the last two. Red Bull has won the last two, either Carlos Sainz or Charles Leclerc. I'm going to go Charles Leclerc this time. I'm going to put my faith in Ferrari. I'm going to give them the chance. What else we got here? We've got the UFC. Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. I'm just doing the main card for this one. So it kicks off with Lauren Murphy versus Miesha Tate. Great fight. Both of them at a different times. Lauren Murphy, I'm pretty sure she lost the last fight to the champ, Valentina Shevchenko. Miesha Tate's coming down in weight class, but she is getting a bit older. Actually, they're both pretty old. But I'm picking Lauren Murphy because she's just coming off the champion, so I reckon she's going to have a good chance against Miesha Tate. Shane Burgos versus Charles Jourdain. That's a hard pick because that's going to be a war. Highly recommend watching that fight. I'm going to go Charles to win. I think that could be either way, but I'm going to go Charles. There's Matthew Chris versus Shu. Can't say that last name. Mudoroji. I'm going to go Shu. He's younger. He seems like he's got the more endurance right now. Li Jinyang, the Leech, versus Muslim Selekhov. This is another cool fight. Muslim, I just watched the knockout of his today, but I'm actually going to pick Li Jinyang because I feel like, for some reason, he can get a hold of him. He's a real player. Muslim's a bit older. Sorry about that. Michelle Watterson versus Amanda Lanos. See, this is an interesting one because they're both not doing great, but could easily get the win here. I'm gonna go with Amanda to win, probably by decision. Then the main event, we've got Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez. See, I think a lot of people are picking Brian Ortega to win because T-City probably take him down and jiu-jitsu him, but Yari had that brilliant war with Max Holloway. And I feel like he's going to carry that to the Brian Ortega fight. So I'm going to pick Yari Rodriguez to beat. Not sure how he's going to beat him. Probably by decision because Brian Ortega just takes a beating. So Yari Rodriguez. Other things that I'm probably going to bet on is the state of origin. I'm going to put on New South Wales. The Gold Scottish Open's on, so but I won't bet on that. The World Surfing League is on. I'm picking Felipe Toledo to win the overall. And for the women's, I'm going to pick Carissa Moore to win the overall World Surfing League. And that is pretty much all the tipping I have this week. So if you find this helpful, awesome, leave a like. Have a great week, guys. Good luck and bet responsibly.